I've come to the conclusion that the quickest way possible to make your first $1 million is to think long term. You could do it quick, and quick is just relative to basically how long it takes somebody else. So, for example, if it takes somebody 40 years to make $1 million with the schooling system, for example, obviously, that's way longer than dedicating your life for 5 years to becoming an entrepreneur. 5 years is quick. Like, that's what people don't understand. I started entrepreneurship at 21, made my first million at 25. That's quick. That's very quick. I could have went to school. I could have worked a really good job, came up as an executive and made my first million with investing or something like that. But that would have taken me 40 years. The safe, right, and proven route that America has fed you, where you get go to school for 4 years, get a really good job, work your way up and invest, that can make you $1 million. So when we think of the term quick, unfortunately, the internet thinks, 30 days quick. I'm thinking 5 years quick, 10 years quick. That's very quick when it comes to making your first $1 million. And so if you can get yourself, out of the hyper short-term mindset, then you'll make longer-term decisions that hold way more weight. It's not about how much stuff you do. It's about the multiplication behind it. It's about the quality and integrity of what you're doing. If you do something, for example, that takes you 10,000 hours, if you make a book and you put in 10,000 hours worth of work in it versus somebody that puts 1,000 hours worth of work in it, I don't care how much, experience you have or where you came from, the book with, 10,000 hours behind it is going to do significantly better. So again, that's a long-term. Think about the person that made that book. If they put that much time in it, they're thinking long-term. They're thinking way more long-term than the other person. The other person is just trying to get it done and get it out to try to monetize it. So this brings into question basically the concept of delayed gratification. How long can you delay the gratification? Those are the biggest wins. And so, yeah, I believe when it comes to making your first $1 million, you don't need to delay it for 30 years, but you could delay your gratification, build a skill set, build a business without monetizing it. You could do it through social media. You could do it through anything you want for at least a year, 2 years. Leverage your skill set, monetize it at year 3, and then do really big numbers. The biggest lump sums of money I've ever made, $500,000, it came in a small period of time. It usually is not consistently month over month. People want that perfectly and they want that control, but it doesn't really happen that way. So yeah, think longer term than when you currently think. And just because you think it's long term doesn't mean it's actually quick relative to what real reality says.